Now let us come to the last type of cross pollination, that is zoophily. Again over here you can see the name itself is suggesting that animals would be involved within it, and the animals are involved, that means a biotic agent is responsible for carrying out the pollination. There are 4 different types of pollination that we have over here. First one is entomophily, that is done by insects. Ornitho word is for birds, so we have pollination carried out by birds. Then we have chiropterophily, that is done by bats, and this is useful because the bats can carry the pollens up to a distance as much as 30 kilometers. So you can see the viability of the plant moving further and further, and the distance that it is covering is increasing. And last one is melacophily, that is done by snails. Now these are the different types of zoophilies that are carried out by different animals. Now the most abundantly found type of zoophily is entomophily, where we have lot many insects which are responsible for carrying out the pollination. Now the characteristics of the flowers which are undergoing these types of pollinations under cross pollination are going to be flashy flowers. Okay, the flower has to be flashy, it has to be attractive, so the sepals or the petals, they must be attractive. Supposedly the sepals and petals are not present, or they are reduced, so other part of the flower might become attractive, as we see in the case of bougainvillea, that is a pink flower that you often find on roadsides. That bract becomes attractive. Okay, so you can observe that these flowers, they have to be flashy and attractive, okay, so that the insects are attracted towards them. So you must have seen that towards the white flowers you would find moths which are getting attracted, to the red flowers wasps would get attracted. Bees are mostly attracted to yellow flowers because bees don't see red flowers, so you would not find any bees hovering over the red flowers. What is the reason? Because bees often use ultraviolet rays for seeing something, and red appears black in color when observed under ultraviolet rays. So bees will not be found on red flowers, they would be hovering over bluish, purple, pink, and of course yellow flowers, and that means sunflower would be pollinated by bees. White flowers, they would attract moths, remaining other colored flowers, red flowers, they would be attracting wasps. So flashy and attractive flowers must be there to attract the insects towards themselves. They should be brightly colored. So one more characteristic is there. Apart from this, they should have some bargain to offer. Now what is that bargain that they are going to offer? They are going to offer nectar. So the flower must have nectar. It is often having good or bad odor, as we have the example of Rafflesia. Rafflesia is known for its huge size, and it is also known for its bad odor that it gives out. That is for attracting the insects towards itself. Okay, so good or bad, whatever type of odor the plant is giving, it is going to attract something. Even in the case of pollination by bats, there has to be an odor to which the animal would be attracted. In the case of birds, there has to be some sort of return bargain in the form of nectar. Certain plants, they have edible pollens also. Okay, so the edible pollens are again a bargain for the insects and birds which are going to come and enable the pollination in these flowers. Then apart from this, there is pollen kit that often surrounds the pollen grains. The pollen grains could be edible, the pollen grains have to be sticky, the stigma has to be sticky, the pollen grains are to be produced in huge number. Pollens have to be sticky so that they can stick to the legs and beaks of the insects and birds respectively. So these are the characteristics that you are going to find in the case of cross pollination that is carried out by zoophilous means. So keep in mind these factors and keep in mind these terms, and with this we are done with the topic. For reference to the examples, what examples would be for each of these types of zoophily, you can simply Google it, or we have a slide presentation for a colorful learning, you can see that.